Hello, it's been quite a while. There's been a lot going on. New job, teaching kids life lessons, going through my own drama. And I just wanted to remind everybody that we all have our ups and downs. And I used to come here all the time and be like, we have our ups and downs, we'll go through this together. And it's hard when you're in the down and you feel like there's nobody around to help you out. And I've had to go inside and dig really deep and try to figure out, why is all this happening in my life? Why do these negative moments keep popping up? Why do I feel like I'm falling to pieces 1 second and then having like a crazy, exciting, life is full of hope, to go back down to no, 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 it's not meant for me, whatever it is, second guessing myself. And I just want to remind y'all that when you're in a good moment, remind yourself that you deserve it. When you're in a bad moment, think of what you can gain from that. What am I supposed to be looking at right now? What am I supposed to be accepting and moving forward? And maybe it's somebody that you really love and care about isn't supposed to be in your life. Maybe not at that time. Maybe they'll come back. Maybe they won't. Or they're there to teach you lessons like I've had to learn, strength and courage, and to become self-reliant and know that you're capable of doing all of this on your own. And the hardest part about that lesson is the love that you can feel for these people. And then when they're gone, you feel like you failed again. What did I do? Why didn't I do that right this time? And in essence, people come just to help you get back on your path. And whatever your path may be, maybe you're an entertainer, maybe you're a speaker, maybe you're an educator, maybe you're somebody who's meant to serve and care for others. Whatever your position in life is, you'll figure it out. You'll get there, because when you get there, it begins to just flow. And it's kind of like this new job I just started, way over my head. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm learning and I'm being trained. And that's pretty much what life is. We get trained and we learn, and we apply that knowledge to situations that pop up in our life. So I just wanted to reach out and say, don't give up. Don't let people pull you down. Don't let people put you in your place when you know your place, when you know you should be doing more than what you're actually trying to do. And what's been going on with me was knowing that I'm being attacked spiritually and on an energetic level. No one can see it, it just affects your behavior. So then it's kind of like you're just like, I'm fine, I'm fine. And in essence, you're not. And you can't explain it because nobody understands it. And I mean, there are people that understand it. It's just hard to get to those people because they themselves have gone through it and they've kind of leveled up in a way. So when you begin to level up and get out of the muck and away from the low vibing individuals that make you second guess yourself, that drain you, that use you, that lie to you, that steal from you. And that's not just money or material possessions. That goes back to energy and draining you. So when you get away from those people, you can begin to set good boundaries for yourself, create better habits. Like I had to get myself back in gear and start working out again. And the craziest thing has happened. I was wearing some boots the other day. Well, the sole separated from the shoe while I was wearing them. And I was like, dang, flat tire. And then I went out the other night and had on some little wedge heels, shoot and pull, and shoe separated again. I was like, dang, other flat tire. And it just got to the point that I was like, what is going on? Like, I don't understand everything's falling apart. And a lot of that was to get me back on track, to get me back where I need to be at. And that put me back in this morning to fix your shoes, get back in your workout, do what you need. So I've taken the time to recenter, rebalance, try to get myself right again, and see where that takes me, see where that takes us, because one change from one person can help change the world, and it's little increments at a time. You know, my daughter started coming up with something the other day, and it was a game, and it reminded me a lot of a movie, actually a few movies compiled together, which she's never seen. So it made me go, wow, her creative side's coming back out. And I told her, well, you did the first step, now do the next step. And she's 12, and she's like, but I don't know how to do coding. I don't know how to make it into what I want it to be. So that's where I had to remind her, you know, research, study, look it up, use the internet. That's what it's there for. I don't know how to code. I know how to do what I'm taught. And a lot of times we're our own teachers, you know, so just remember that you're capable of learning new things. You are capable of doing more than you give yourself credit for. And when you have naysayers, you know, don't stop. Because I've heard that when you're on your path, the devil tries his hardest to stop you. And that has become a very, very true element to understanding of when I'm getting back in alignment with my purpose compared to just kind of coasting through life, seeing no change, seeing no progress, feeling like I'm useless in this world, that I'm not fulfilling what I came here to do. And we all have a purpose. We all have meaning. And it's hard, especially when we're all taught to fit in the same box and do the same thing. You know, education, it trains us to not find our specialties, not find what we're here to help others learn. And, you know, when you start getting back in alignment with what you're here to help others learn, we start sharing our gifts. We start seeing life blossom. And I'm just ready to get back on that wavelength of I'm here for you and you're here for me, and we're all one happy family. You know, we're all filled with love and light and peace and happiness. And I understand there's a balance that war plays into there. There's always that balance of light and dark and good and bad. And sorry, I have a hair on me. And it just, without that balance, there's an imbalance. And where we're at right now is the imbalance of negativity and jealousy and greed and hate and fear and, you know, the negative emotions, the what you would call bad emotions. But emotions are emotions, and it's what you make of them. Because even in the negative side, you could say, there's something to learn to bring you back to the balance. It's just like if you live too positive, you let people walk all over you. Oh, no, don't worry about it. You can cut me. You know, I've got nothing but time. That's not true for anybody. So what I've been having to learn is to put that back in balance, you know, stand up for myself and be assertive, but in a loving manner. And a lot of times that's hard, especially when we were taught that if you speak up, you could be hurting somebody else. If you don't let people do certain things, it could tear them down. If you don't let people use you as a doormat, you could hurt them. But in essence, if you don't stand up for yourself, then who's getting hurt? And that would be you, me. So in that sense, you're letting yourself know that you're not important in your own life, but who do you have to live with? Who is going to be the one that's going to be there on your deathbed? And I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but it's you. So when you get to the point, you start realizing, number one in your life, it's you. Number one, then you start to protect yourself and respect yourself. And when you respect yourself, then you're only setting a boundary that says, if you don't respect me, you can't be in my life. You are not going to cross a line, make me feel inferior, make me feel like I'm an idiot, make me feel like I'm not doing the right thing, make me feel like I'm hurting you because I'm telling you the truth and standing up for myself. So when we start getting to this point of understanding our own value, because you are the most valuable thing in your life. You are what the world sees when you walk into it. You are what the world reacts to. So you feel those feelings and emotions. Nobody else. Nobody else will sympathize with you either if you get your feelings hurt or you get angry, or unless they're in the same boat and it offended them all the same. But for the most part, what you feel, how you react, that's up to you. And like I said, nobody else is going to come up and, oh, yeah, I understand that. I felt the same way. Because if it wasn't directed at them, then therefore they don't apply the same emotion as you. And you can be mad and someone can feel that anger, but it doesn't mean that they're actually feeling the emotion, if that makes sense. Like they're not writing the memory in their DNA, their mind, their life. They're not going to cope with what you're going to cope with. So when you go around and you start bringing in a peanut gallery, let's say, to witness your emotions and how that person made you feel. I mean, you're creating chaos in a way by, wanting others to feel what you're feeling, to validate your feeling, by wanting others to see what happened to you. So once again, you're validated by having others share in your experience. But the whole thing is, you're the main character. So everyone has their role to play in this life. They're not going to be your stand-in. They're not going to be the person that takes your place when you're gone. So in a sense, when you try to bring everyone else into your world, you're taking them out of their world. And when we have everybody confused about what they're doing, we live in the world we live in. Chaos, war, jealousy, greed, fear, back to the negative. So when we get ourselves out of those boxes, those mental entrapments of nobody sees me, nobody hears me, nobody cares, everyone's against me, it creates havoc in your own heart, your own mind, your own life. And you begin to feel the imbalance again, So I'm just here to kind of remind you, because like I said, I've been fighting my own battle, and it's all been up here. So instead of everyone getting trapped and your heart getting hardened and your thoughts being sporadic and everything feels like it's attacking you, just remember to breathe, And those breaths are so important. And just remember, every day, one step at a time, and you're going to make it. Love and light. Peace out.